Demon keeps dreaming of a demon town. Motherfucker, bitch, fuck, shit went down. Fleming's got an itch, scratch it with a bitch. Demon keeps dreaming of a demon town. Ooh, Johnson, that's my name.
Hello there, Seraph17 once again, introducing you to my Shadows of the Damned Satanic Hell difficulty video walkthrough. This is the level 4-2 and it's entitled The Great Demon World Village. And if you're wondering what I think is the worst part of this game, you're in it. This side-scrolling stuff is fucking garbage and I hate it. And I hate it because it comes from a place of love. I absolutely adore old school shooters like this. Horrors, verts, I like them all. I especially have an affinity with Cave, who are a Japanese developer that make really eclectic, difficult and interesting and unique shooters along these lines. They've made one called Death Smiles, they've made one called Pro Gear no Arashi, which is a horizontal shooter as well, and those are some of the best and most masterful examples of side-scrolling shooters that exist. This is perhaps the fucking worst. I am all for utilising a different genre of games to spread out the gameplay of a game. I think there are many different titles that have done this well. A good example is Kingdom Hearts. They did the gummy ship stuff where you flew to the next level and you got to do a lovely shooting section. Admittedly, the first game had some pretty rough sections because it wasn't that well handled, but the second game was sublime. And then you've got this that does it terribly, where instead of making it fast, responsive and fun, they've made it slow, unresponsive and just dull, just completely fucking dull. And to make matters worse, I was really interested in what this demon village would have looked like and played like as a level, but instead we get to fly through it on this ridiculous shooting game. If you're wondering where your life is on this moment, it's actually your clothing. It's very close to, you know, Super Knights and Goblins. I think I've said that name wrong, but you get what I mean. That dude that loses his armor when he gets hit, they made like a spiritual successor to, which was Maximo on the PlayStation. This is identical. You will lose parts of your clothing, then you will lose parts of your body. If you become a full skeleton, you will die. And it's just super gay. The reason why it's bad, aside from that it controls like shit, it's dull, it's got gay music, it's very repetitive, is that you can clip on almost everything. And for instance, if you get too close to an enemy and an enemy spawns behind you, they will pin you together and kill you. There's nothing you can do, you can't move, you are effectively trapped, and you'll die. And it's often not too clear what the game wants you to do either. There's some areas where you push forward and the camera will kill you because you push forward too far or you stayed back too long. And it's just bad. It's just really bad. And I'm not against innovation, people. I'm not against putting unique moments in your game. I think that, like, the chandelier moment on this game is genius because it comes out of nowhere. You never do it again, and it's just silly. I would take that any day over this shit. It's just, this is an example of a new idea done wrong. Like, look at Halo Reach. They introduced that awesome flying section in a first-person shooter. Everybody thought they were insane, but it actually controlled really well, and people enjoyed it. This is doing that, but doing it badly. This is when you introduce something new and everybody kind of goes, yeah, you probably shouldn't have done that. Bit of a stupid idea. But a couple of notes on the level as well. If you can collect every single one of the gems, there are 50 in each of these sections, you will get a red gem, an upgrade gem. It's not really worth doing it on Satanic Hell. I don't know if there's any difference in the difficulty on these levels. All I know is that they're shit and I don't like them. And I'm not going to talk about them much longer. I'm going to go back to TV show talks, because, you know, I find those interesting. So, I mentioned that I like Firefly, and I don't know if I've mentioned the reasons why I like it. So, aside from the fact that the cast has a relationship rarely seen in TV shows, and the fact that it's almost a mature version of Star Trek, and what I mean by this is, they handle sex frequently and well. They actually make it a legitimate part of people's relationships on the ship. And when you go back and you watch Star Trek, because it was made at a different time when sex was, you know, kind of demonized and a hell of a lot more taboo to do on any kind of TV show, just like cursing and racism and all those fun things you can get up to, it was kind of unrealistic. It kind of harbored this bullshit, you know, aesthetic that it built upon. And there was probably a bigger chance of Commander Riker getting it on with Jean-Luc Picard than it was Picard getting it on with anything remotely female, because they made everything so damn sterile. Everybody wore those same outfits, everybody looked like a dentist. It was just weird. just really weird. It was just like, we're all on this ship flying through space for 7 years and nobody got any poontang, 'cause that's just how we roll. And it's just unrealistic and it's silly, because you'd have gone stir crazy, somebody'd have probably gone postal and murdered the entire crew, but no, you didn't see that. On Firefly, every 2 minutes people are getting it on because, you know, we're emotional animals and it treats it well. It doesn't lessen it or cheapen it or make it something stupid. It gives it weight and it gives the characters a depth of realism that you don't achieve with fucking Deep Space Nine and all that kind of business. But the levels come to an end, thank God. I hope you had no issue with it, because you don't want to be playing that too much, because it's just terrible. It's just really terrible. But thanks for listening, guys. Thanks for watching, and you take care now.